here, a natural remedy that helps a stage 5 CKD patient avoid dialysis and actually regrow her kidneys. Yes, this really happened. I even have a case report. Heck, even an ultrasound to prove it. But here's the thing. Let me tell you a secret. I shouldn't even be talking about this. So watch this video now before YouTube decides to bury it or hide it from search. Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm a doctor of natural medicine and I've dedicated my career to helping people fight kidney disease. And there is one truth about kidney disease that we cannot dispute. That kidney disease only goes one way, from bad to worse. Everyone hears it at some point. Your kidneys can't heal. It's irreversible. There is no going back. Well, is that true? Guys, I had so many patients over the course of the years that regained some precious GFR points. Even when all hope seemed lost, that part of me just can't believe in this so-called dogma anymore. And there is even solid science today to support the notion that, yes, improving kidney function is possible in all the stages. Still, no matter how many patients improve, there will always be doctors and skeptics who say, sure, maybe their labs look better, but kidneys don't actually grow back. It's impossible. When the damage is done, it's done. Well, that's why I'm here today. Today, we're going to look at a combination of remedies so powerful, it didn't just improve kidney function. It literally made the kidneys of a patient grow back. And that's not a figure of speech. Yes, the patient in this case report didn't just avoid dialysis in stage 5 of CKD. She actually gained back the 8% of her kidney size. And by the way, this wasn't some obscure anecdote or sketchy wellness blog. We're talking about a real human patient carefully documented in a respected peer-reviewed medical journal. So what happened here is that they gave this remedy to a 79-year-old patient with stage 5 CKD who refused to be on dialysis. After just 1 month, her creatinine dropped as well as her BUN, and she was able to avoid dialysis. And after 3 months on this treatment, an ultrasound revealed the actual reason why her kidneys were working so much better now. And it was because her kidneys gained back 8% of their size. And here's the kicker. The treatment they used wasn't some exotic drug or secret lab compound. It was a special herbal formula from TCM, a mix of herbs you can actually find in supplement form or brew into teas. And today, I'll show you exactly what they use and how you can combine these ingredients for yourself. Because what I want to show you right now is what this remedy actually is and how you can use it. Spoiler alert, the ingredients for this incredible remedy are all very powerful, science-backed ways to improve your kidney health. So let's go back to the study in which the 79-year-old patient with stage 5 CKD increased her kidney size and see exactly what she was prescribed. And here it is. You can see on screen right now all you need to know about this incredible combination of remedies. So, if you have a naturopath you can trust on speed dial, give them a call right now. Send them this paper. Or if you don't, stay tuned here because I'm gonna break down each and every ingredient for this formulation and I will show you how to take it. So this formulation is called a futon treatment and this is exactly how it is prepared. Let's take a look at my table on screen right now. Here, you can also find the doses for each individual ingredient and the name these herbs are usually sold with. So if you are still on the phone with your naturopath, send a screenshot of what you are seeing now. They will know what to do. And don't worry if these herb names sound unfamiliar or, well, sound Chinese. That's because they are Chinese, except for American ginseng, which, yes, is actually American. But these herbs are widely available in the US, and finding them isn't as hard as you might think. So let's break down each ingredient and explore how you can add them to your kidney health plan. So the main ingredient of this preparation is Astragalus membranaceus. You can probably already heard about this one if you are into herbal medicine, and maybe your doctor even told you to avoid it. Yeah, this is a forbidden remedy according to some, but actually this is a remedy I recommend very often to my patients. The reason? Well, because it works. Scientific literature says that it can decrease serum creatinine, decrease proteinuria, significantly improve hemoglobin, and also serum albumin, which is basically like saying that the kidneys are working better and they are keeping protein in your blood now where it should be and not in your urine. Yeah, protein in urine is never good. Now, the naysayers may say that this is just some small, irrelevant Chinese study supporting this remedy, but you see, that's not the case. What we are looking at was published on the Cochrane Library. Now, the Cochrane Library is literally one of the most, if not the most reliable source in the field of evidence-based medicine. It's the best of the best. If it's here, it's true. So yeah, no wonder Ifuron work in improving kidney function. It's based on Astragalus. Now, if you want to try this remedy, you can see the dose on screen right now. This is the dose you will usually find in supplements on Amazon.com and other supplement stores. And Astragalus is extremely popular in the US, so you won't have any problems finding it. Now guys, as I said, I recommend Astragalus pretty often to patients because it works, and I want you to consider it, especially if you also have proteinuria or anemia. But I don't usually recommend Astragalus to people on immunosuppressants or blood thinners. It's not necessarily dangerous. As we have seen, Astragalus is extremely well researched, but I still prefer to avoid any risk. And while using an extract is the more convenient way of taking Astragalus, you can easily get the root and make some tea. The dose is here. Now let's move on. There are other parts to this treatment we need to take a look at. So the second ingredient for the Ifuron preparation that grow back the kidneys of the stage 5 patient is an herbal remedy that's there to support the benefits of Astragalus, Cordonopsis pilosula, a flowering plant also known as dang shen. For people with CKD, the main benefits of this remedy are its ability of modulating the immune system and decreasing the inflammation. Another very important benefit of this root is enhancing what scientists call hematopoiesis, or the ability of the body of producing red blood cell. This may not seem a lot, especially compared to Astragalus, but truth is that anemia is probably the most underestimated complication of CKD. Most patients are suffering from it without receiving adequate treatment, and this remedy can help. The way you can add dang shen to your treatment regimen is pretty straightforward. You can either take the extract, which is the easier way, frankly, or use the root to prepare a decoction. Now guys, if mixing and matching these remedies sounds like something you don't want to experiment with on your own, I can help. After all, I'm a naturopath, and this is exactly what I specialize in, helping people like you craft a treatment plan that doesn't just throw random herbs or diets together, but builds a comprehensive approach that addresses all aspects of CKD. And here's what I want you to know. I see this happen all the time in my patients. When they finally move away from outdated advice, when they stop trying scattered treatments on their own, when they follow a personalized, well-structured plan, we often see real, measurable improvements, not because of some miracle pill, but because of the right combination of diet, supplements, treatments, and lifestyle changes put together carefully for their unique case. I offer one-on-one consultations fully personalized, designed to help you get results quickly and safely. My goal, making sure you don't waste time, don't risk mistakes, and don't get overwhelmed. So if you want to know more about working with me one-on-one, or if you're ready to finally start improving, send me an email at catherine@newhopeforkidneypatients.com or just click the link in the description below. Okay guys, back to the miracle remedy that was observed actually growing back kidneys in the end stage CKD patients. Now there are 5 parts for this remedy, and the third one, Ligustrum lucidum or glossy privé, is probably the less known of the bunch. I mean, at least here in the West. In China, they use this remedy to boost immune function in cancer patients. And for those with CKD, the main benefit this remedy may provide is its antioxidant property. According to some research, the polysaccharide in this herb may protect from renal fibrosis or the scarring in the kidneys that happen due to oxidative stress. But yeah, as I was saying, the properties of Ligustrum lucidum are not as impressive as those of the other ingredients in the e-foodon preparation. However, guys, it was still part of the preparation, alright? And in herbal medicine, sometimes combining 2 or more remedies may have a completely different result than taking the remedies separately. It's like a symphony, and the ingredients are the musical notes. They may sound pleasant individually, but they create a completely new harmony when played together. So yeah, don't disregard Ligustrum lucidum. And just for like the other remedies, you will find doses both for the extract and to make tea. Now let's move on to a remedy you will have no problem finding. Let's talk about American ginseng or Panax quinquefolius. Now, people seem to really love this ginseng because it gives you energy. You can make tea in the morning with it and it will help wake you up, but without the jitterness of coffee. And there are several different ways in which you can take it. You don't necessarily have to make tea with it. Most people prefer the extract. Doses may vary, but most studies support the use of the equivalent of 1 to 3 grams of raw root per day. You can find what this corresponds to here. Question: why should you consider American ginseng and what are its properties? As I was saying, most people like it because it gives them energy, and this type of ginseng is also known to help sexual function while reducing stress. In fact, this root is considered an adaptogen, meaning that it's supposed to really help with any kind of stress you may be facing, be it everyday stress or oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress is not the kind of stress you experience when being late for work or when autocorrect changes "I'm fine" to "I'm fired" in a text to your boss. No, oxidative stress is one of the main pathways in which diabetes and high blood pressure damage the kidneys. So yeah, it's somehow even worse, and this is exactly the reason why American ginseng is so good for you. This remedy in fact seems to be especially effective against hypertension, and in patients that also suffer from diabetes, American ginseng has shown very promising effects in terms of blood sugar control. So yeah, this remedy is a lot more than a cup of energizing tea. Now guys, let's talk about the last piece of the puzzle, the final note to the symphony that is e-foodon. Let's talk about Rhodiola rosea. And this is going to be an interesting remedy because Rhodiola rosea might offer an explanation about how e-foodon is growing CKD patients' kidneys back. Let me explain. Now, Rhodiola rosea seems to offer many of the same properties American ginseng offers. It's also an adaptogen with energizing properties that can help with both everyday stress and oxidative stress, aka stress on your kidneys. And guys, I don't know about you, but these are properties absolutely worth doubling down on. However, there is more about Rhodiola rosea than just, saving your kidneys from being shredded to pieces. In some studies, Rhodiola rosea also seems to be able to repair some of the damage diabetes does to the kidneys. Now guys, this last study was done on rats, alright? It's the first time I mention a study on animals in the whole video, and the reason is because it's hard to observe changes in structure and function of tissues of actual human patients. I mean, you'd have to take away their kidneys after the experiment to check, and most human patients really don't like that. But rats? Yeah, they were literally born for this. Sorry, dark joke. Anyway, the reason why this study on rats is suddenly relevant is because the results were also repeated in a human study, alright? So yeah, if your goal is repairing your kidneys, you might want to consider rhodiola rosea as well. And if you don't want to do it all by yourself, consider sending me an email. And if you want to learn more about what really works for kidney health, my video up here is for you. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye-bye. Ciao.